Right, and now I want to talk about travelling and gap years. I absolutely love travelling, and I've been very fortunate to make the most of my time at university and get away in the long summers. One year I spent 6 weeks in Thailand, the following year 6 weeks in China, and then my final year I spent 6 weeks in Malaysia. So I'd seized the opportunities while I was a student, but I still felt there was lots more of the world I wanted to see. Initially I was going to take a gap year after university, and then I went to Cambridge, so I didn't want to turn that opportunity down. And then I was going to take a gap year after I finished my teacher training, but after speaking to various head teachers, they advised that I did my NQT year first, which was your newly qualified teaching year, as you're still assessed and you want to do that whilst everything is still fresh. So in the end, I moved from Cambridge to London and worked in an incredible school called School 21 in East London, and even that in itself was an eye-opener. Having gone from Jersey to Exeter to Cambridge, I'd been in quite small bubbles, and then suddenly I was teaching in a quite deprived area in East London, but it was a hugely exciting opportunity and I learned so much, and I think I suddenly had to grow up very quickly as well, being in London. I did 2 years in London, but in my second year I decided to do my master's. So whilst working, I then studied for my master's in education. So after 2 years, I was absolutely exhausted, and this seemed to be the prime opportunity to take some time off and go travelling. So that's exactly what I did. I finished in London in July, and then I travelled from July to December. Absolutely fabulous opportunity. This time round, I went back to Southeast Asia because that's probably the cheapest place you could travel. And I actually convinced lots of friends to come out and meet me. So I over that whole period of time, I only ended up having 2 weeks on my own. So I'm more than happy to chat to anyone who is looking at taking gap years. I then came back to Jersey. I worked for 6 months at a local primary school and then started at JCT in the September, which was